Welcome back to another What Sold Weekend Edition video. These are my sales on eBay from Friday, September 5th until Monday morning, September 8th, when I'm filming this. I'm filming this early today. I am getting it out of the way first thing here, so I'm not tired when I'm filming this. I'm not going to be tired. I have my pumpkin cream cold brew here. This is one of my favorite fall drinks. I love it. Not like you guys necessarily care about that, but I'm telling you anyway. So yeah, let's see. Any updates? Not really. Not really. No updates. I do have to get Max back in this week for some blood work. Kind of a bunch of stuff going on as usual, you know, but nothing that I haven't spoken about already, I guess. Nothing crazy. So anyway, it was a nice weekend. Of course, I did some sourcing. Also did a little bit of stuff at home. Tiny bit of relaxing. Not much. But I would get bored if I relaxed too much anyway. So, all right, let's jump into what sold. First thing is a vintage Barbie Fashion Avenue outfit, nightie, robe. This sold for $34.99 plus shipping. This, along with some other Barbie outfits, were an early pickup, an early flea market pickup this year. Springtime. I don't know why I made that so difficult to say. I picked it up early in the flea market season, okay? If you guys remember that video, I picked up a whole bunch of these, and I think maybe I have 2 outfits left, so they've all sold. They did really well. Next is a unique Moodstruck Epic mascara. This sold for $22.50 with free shipping. Next is a Coca-Cola Barbie, which was a fairly recent pickup, and I still have to get the rest of those Barbies listed. I did recently photograph them. This sold for $25 plus shipping. I think I picked those up in Connecticut or Massachusetts. I don't know, one or the other. Next is a Bob Mackie animal print cardigan sweater. This sold on best offer of $25 plus shipping. Then I sold a Despicable Me Evil Minion keychain. This sold for $14.99 with free shipping. I had a bunch of these and they have all sold now. Next is a pair of Lane Bryant Magic Flex waist signature mid-rise jeans. These sold for $23 plus shipping. I've had those for a little while. Then we have a Sears and Roebuck Neil the Frog ceramic tile trivet. This is one of the last items that I have left from the Sears frog stuff. This sold for $27 plus shipping. Next is a pair of true vintage 1980s pink marbled plastic earrings. These sold on a best offer of $20 plus shipping. I picked these up at an estate sale. I've had these for a while. I've had these for at least, I want to say like a year and a half, maybe more. But yeah, those sold for $20 plus shipping. Next is a Joan Boyce purple ivory enamel bracelet and ring set. This set sold on best offer of $27 plus shipping. I think this was a rummage sale pickup. I think it was at one of the Christmas rummage sales. So yeah, I've had it for a little while. Not quite a year though, I don't think. And then next is a Kuhn Design protein spray. This sold for $17.99 with free shipping. I picked up a bunch of salon products when I went to move my daughter back to school. I think I mentioned that. It wasn't on video or anything. I only had like an hour to shop. Next is 2 Laufer Chevalier teaspoons. These sold for $99.99 plus shipping. So I parted this set out. I got 2 sets from the flea market last month, and I parted everything out. The teaspoons sell really well, so I put them in lots of 2. So I started out with 8 lots of 2, and I have sold 2 already. So I have 6 lots of 2 still left. But yeah, $100 for 2 teaspoons. That is amazing. So yeah, so far that's the only thing I've sold so far is the 2 sets of 2 teaspoons. So I've made $200 on 4 spoons. That's incredible. I mean, it doesn't always happen with flatware. Some flatware doesn't bring much at all, but then other flatware brings a lot. So that's an exciting sale. Next is a vintage 90s Peanuts Snoopy decorating kit, wall decals. These this set sold on best offer of $20 plus shipping. I think that was a fairly recent rummage sale pickup, maybe over the winter, early spring. Next is 4 Longaberger pumpkin patch placemats. These sold for $39.99 plus shipping. These came from the apartment above my warehouse. I spoke about that either last video or the video before. Bought some stuff from one of the apartments that was kind of left full of stuff, and the landlord wanted to clear it out. Next is a Willie Ray Studios cross-stitch chart, catnap cats. I thought I said catnip. Is it catnap? Oh, it is. Catnip. I don't know. Anyway, it sold for $9.99 with free shipping, so not a crazy sale or anything. All right, then I sold this Department 56, the original Snow Village Happy Easter Church. This sold really well. I did pick up 2 Easter buildings at a yard sale, I want to say back in June, maybe early July. And then I found, about a week later, I found another Department 56 Easter building. And I think this was the one I found a week later. And I think I found it at a yard sale. But this one sold very well. It sold for $125 plus shipping. Next, I sold a Seagate Expansion 3 terabyte external hard drive. This also came from the apartment above me. This sold for $49.99 plus shipping. So yeah, didn't have that listed long either. Then I sold a cross stitch kit, plate row, blue toile plates. I believe this went to a viewer, Bridget. Let me know if you're a viewer. I think you may be, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I have 3 of these kits. This is the first one to sell. It sold for $22.99 with free shipping. Next, I sold a Life Beyond the Grave DVD, Meet People Who Went to Heaven and Hell. I don't know. That sounds a little alarming. But anyway, that sold for $12 with free shipping. I've had that for a little while. Then I sold a Longaberger Pottery extra large mixing bowl. This sold for $75 plus shipping. That was, I think I got that back in July at a sale one of the other locals sent me to. Then I sold this Nordstrom yellow enamel bracelet. This sold on best offer of $14 plus shipping. Next is a Sunset Floral Elegance cross-stitch kit. This sold for $19.99 with free shipping. Also a recent pickup. I think I picked up that the same day that I picked up the blue toile wallpaper. The wallpaper I need to go grab. That's at home in my garage. That stuff never got moved to the warehouse. And I've had this wallpaper for a while, but every now and then it sells. And yeah, so I'm not mad about it. This is actually the last roll I think I have of this print. But this wallpaper sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Next is a Harry Potter 3-piece dinner plate bowl mug set. This sold for $75 plus shipping. So that was a good sale. That was a yard sale pickup, I think last fall, maybe. Maybe it was early spring. I think it was last fall, though. I know I got a teapot, too, and I sold the teapot. Next is a unique taffeta shade Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer. This sold for $24.99. with free shipping. I've been selling, I picked up a bunch of Unique at a yard sale, and it's actually been selling pretty well. I listed that last week. And then, well, we'll get to it. Next is a Richfield brick tailored drapery panel. This sold for $39.99 plus shipping. I had 2 of these. They have both sold now. Then we have a Longaberger 2-way divided tea basket protector with the lid. This sold for $15 plus shipping. I have 1 more of those, I think. I may actually have more. I need to check the quantity. All right, next is a Rainbow High Shadow High Series Luna Madison doll. This sold for $30 plus shipping. I had 2 of these. This is the last one to sell. These were a retail arbitrage pickup. I picked these up, I believe, at Sam's Club after Christmas, maybe about 2 years ago. So I've had them for a while. And a lot of times that's the way things go with like clearance items. If you pick up clearance items, you can expect to hold on to them for a while because the market gets super saturated. And it just takes a while. It takes a while for either people to want that item again, for it to not be available anymore, for the others to sell out, or whatever. So yeah, you can always expect to hold on to most retail arbitrage items, like I said, for a while, unless every now and then things will sell faster, but you know, but if you can get it cheap enough, I don't mind. I didn't mind holding on to these. Next is a pair of Franco Sarto Uptown knee-high boots, or Upton, not Uptown. These are a 5.5 medium, so they are super small size. I think I've had these for a while as well, and they sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Next is a Mary Kay Time Wise Nighttime Recovery Cream. This sold for $19.99 with free shipping. I have 1 left of these. I recently purchased. I can't speak. I can't read. I don't know what's going on with me today. I wanted to do this early and get it out of the way so I'm not so, like, you know, out of my mind. And I'm still out of my mind. So, yeah. Anyway, let's try that again. So I purchased a whole bunch of Mary Kay this weekend, which will be in an upcoming video. And I started listing it yesterday, and I've sold a couple pieces so far. So this is the first one. Next, I sold a set of 3 Temptations glass storage bowls. These sold for $29.99 plus shipping. I think they were a yard sale pickup. Another yard sale pickup is this Danbury Mint Penn State Christmas victory car ornament. This was a pickup, I think back maybe in June at a yard sale, if you guys remember that video. I picked up, I think, 3 Penn State ornaments. This one sold for $39.99 plus shipping. Next is a lot of 25 miniature Christmas ornaments. I actually picked these up where I picked up 2 of the other Easter buildings. If you guys remember that, that was at a yard sale, like I said before, back in June or July. And I lotted these all together, all these little Lenox mini ornaments, 5 boxes of them, 25 ornaments in total, 5 in each box. They sold for $249.99. That was a fantastic sale. Next is a Jessica McClintock Jonette twin fitted sheet. This sold for $25 plus shipping. Next is a Disney Cars design card, an embroidery design card. I'm not sure how these work. I said that last week when I sold one, but I picked these up at a flea market type sale. That was also a video back in June or July. And I've been selling a lot of these lately. I think now that fall is on the way, people are really like starting their crafting again, and they're more of their indoor activities, I believe, because yeah, these all of a sudden, I think I've sold 3 or 4 of these in the last like week or 2. Different ones. I think I still have about maybe 4 or 5 left after this one. But anyway, this sold for $49.99 plus shipping. Next is a pair of Earth Women's Cerulean sandals, size 6. These sold for $29 plus shipping. I think these came from the one estate sale that I went to. It was like a QVC hoarder type thing. Next is a vintage Harmony Kingdom Potbelly Calendar Cats little trinket box. This sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Then I sold a Longaberger Design-A-Basket kit with the box. This sold on best offer of $36 plus shipping. And that came from my large Longaberger haul last year. And lastly, we have the other Mary Kay piece that I've sold already. And this is a Clinical Solutions, some kind of brightener, skin brightener. And it sold for $24.99 with free shipping. So that is going to wrap up this weekend's What Sold video. I am going to go finish my shipping. I did start it yesterday, so I'm not totally bogged down with it today. But yeah, so I am going to go start my shipping and get on with my day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.